So hi all, my name is Shubham Kumar and this is a continuation of Microsoft Azure training part 10. In previous video we have talked about the VNet, and in this video we will learn the different options available into the VNet one. Okay, so let's come on to the Azure portal. This is my Azure portal, and in previous video we have created a VNet, my virtual NT. Okay, so I'm just gonna open it, or you can go from here. You can just search the VNet, and this one is the VNet which I have created. So just click over here. So these are the different options which are available with the VNet one. Okay, so just discuss all options by one by one. So the first one is the overview. Okay, it will let us know the address spaces, DNS, and location, from which location the VNet is created, resource group, in which resource group it is located. Okay, so these things are there. You can see the subscription, you can change it also. If there is any tag, it will show over here. Okay, active logs. So right now there is no active log because we have not attached this VNet to any other device. Okay, or we don't give any subnet to a specific device, so there would not be any logs for that right now. Now come on to the IAM, access control. Basically IAM is basically Azure AD, identity access management control, from where the user you can create or something like this, you can do it. Okay, so you can see that as similar to the previous video which we have created on user and role management in Azure, this is similar option over here. So you can see the role assignment is none until now, and in roles there are different roles available here. You can check the different options. If I go with the reader one, you can see and there is the option of view, and in view you can check that which operation and which type of access you have provided. So read operation for all is provided by default in this one. Okay, no write operation is available. Similar to other owner, contributor, and many more roles are available. Okay, you can see over here. So in real time scenario, we can need that there would be some DevOps team member, and they need some they need access for this VNet and subnet. So we can provide the access of them by using we have a role virtual network provider. Okay, let's check it and provide the access. These are the two roles, two user to which we have provided a different role. So just add it, and role assignment. You can from here you can provide the role network contributor. So actually right now I have only the two users, but in real time scenario there would be many users, or you can create different user. For example, DevOps team member, so you just provide the network contributor access to that user. So only these options will available, the same option which I'm showing to you, and they can add and modify the VNet and subnet according to their requirement. Okay, so if I go with this and I select the user, this one, and I have to save it, the new role will assign to the same user. Okay, so if I save it, it will adding to role assignment. The same thing will be applicable. Actually right now it is a co-administrator role, so it's already have the same capability, because co-administrator can manage or check the resource one. Okay, so no need for that also. But in real time scenario, if we don't make all user as a co-administrator. Okay, So now come on to third option, tags. These are the tags which are provided at the time of virtual network creation, or you can manually create it over here so that in future you can track it. Diagnosis and the solve problem. Actually sometime there could be a problem that can be diagnosis. So these are the options to troubleshoot these problems. Okay, address spaces. So we have taken these address spaces, total number of address count, we can change it from here also, and we can delete and modify it. Connected devices. Right now there is no connected devices, but in future, in upcoming video, we will connect the same VNet with a virtual machine. So the option will show the detail over here. All subnet available into the VNet. So we have created two subnet, application API or and DB subnet. Okay, all 251 IP address are assigned. Okay, no B6 is assigned, only B4 is assigned. DDoS protection, as I already told you in the previous video. Firewall, adding extra layer of protection. Security, DNS server. So what are DNS server? Basically DNS server are the suppose you have purchased a domain, so you can provide the your domain over here at DNS server, IP address and all these things you can provide it over here. Okay, peering. What is peering? To connect different VNet, two different VNet, we need a peering. Okay, so you can place the rule that all traffic is applicable or not, which type of traffic, inbound or outbound traffic is applicable. If I click on add one, I have to pass the link name and you can see the option. Okay, the traffic to remote virtual network allowed or not, block do you want to block or do you want to allow, you can check it from here. Similarly remote virtual address is here, so you can provide the access from these two one. Okay, so right now I have only one VNet, so it will show only the VNet and it will not allowed. It shows that you have to create another VNet. Okay, it's saying that a virtual network cannot be paired with itself. So basically the rules between two VNet can be added by the pairing. Okay, by default there is no rule, two VNet directly communicate each other. Okay, service endpoints and private endpoint, these are the endpoints which we are provided or which we can provided. Okay, we can add on and all these things. Okay, the properties. What is property? It will show you the details, the VNet name, location, resource group, subscription ID and all these things. Resource ID is this one. Okay, so you come into the monitoring, you can log it also. Okay, you can you can provide the log name and you can provide the delete option, so that by default it will not allowed to delete, only a eligible user with a specific permission been allowed it. Okay, alert, you can configure the alert. Suppose someone wants to delete this operation or someone want to modify the VNet or subnet, so the alert will generate it and send to the corresponding user. So you can add it alert from here. You have to provide the conditions and you can add it over here. Okay, you will provide the add rules name and all these things. Okay, these are the metrics, will show you the detail. Okay, right now we are not using this, so nothing is coming over here. Diagnosis setting, logs, different type of logs. Okay, you can check it over here. Connection monitoring and all these things. Diagram, you can see that a pictorial representation. This is our VNet, these are application API subnet, these are DB subnet, you can see that. Okay, and all these options are available for supporting also connection troubleshoot, also exporting the template also. It will provide a JSON type of thing, and this will allow to automate your script. By running this script, it will automatically create all VNet. Okay, if I check it, and the default name, IP address range, address space, okay, subnet, you can see application API, DB subnet, all these things are generated, auto generated. You can download it here, and uh, you can use it from your PowerShell script, or you can run it from PowerShell script or from any other way. Okay, so these are the different options available into the VNet. So please like the video and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. In next video we will talking about the virtual machine. Okay,